Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm liking the all black.
I know, all black.
Copy me today.
I'm copying you.
Yeah, of course.
So my name's Chian.
Fresh, that's what they call me.
I know, I recognise you.
Good to see you in person now.
I've spoken to this guy. How are you?
Not bad. UK is a little bit different from Miami, so it's getting accustomed to it. It's kind of tough.
Yeah? Okay, when did you fly in?
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday? Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I had Nando's, pretty cool vibe, so
Oh, cool. Well, cheers to that.
cheers. This is raga.
Yeah.
Jamaican inspired, I like it.
Yeah, we're trying something different.
Does it taste good? I'm not gonna lie, man. I've seen her on YouTube, Instagram, but in person, like, she's stunning, man. I'm not gonna lie. Painting, you know?
Do you like it?
It's okay, I just don't drink alcohol.
Do you not?
Nah.
Oh, why not?
Just not my thing. But it's not bad, it's not bad. It's cherry.
Oh, okay.
Shelter raga.
Yeah, so you'll see by the end of this, I'll be a lot more chill.
There we go.
Right, it's really weird actually meeting you.
I know. We've spoken on Instagram a couple times.
Yeah, a few times. So tell me about you.
Basically about me, man, like, I love to live life, love experiences. Like, I'm from the islands, Barbados, as you know. Came to the States 5 years ago and worked my way up from Chick-fil-A, you know, like, taking phone calls to where I'm today. And it's kind of like, you know, I've always wanted to do better in my life and always progress and do more.
No, he seems like a really nice guy. So I'm quite impressed that you don't drink. Mm-hmm. Did you stop drinking by choice, or is it like religious beliefs?
So for me personally, like, the taste itself is, I just don't like it. And whenever I go out, I'm responsible because I drive my cars. I'm always like with my people. So like, if I'm drunk or like ever messed up, I can't be there for my people. So I'm all sober whenever I go out.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm actually impressed that he doesn't drink alcohol. I'm just here drinking.
So when you go out, are you the mom of the group or you're like
oh yeah,
in between?
I'm always the mother hen.
Okay.
So it's kind of like I'm always in charge on where we're going and what we're doing.
That's a red flag.
No, it's not. It's not a red flag.
Red flag. Off rip. No, but like, she's a cool person. Just like, I already know deep down, bro, there's some demons in there that she's to do it. And it's like, bro, do I want to deal with that? Probably not.
Why is it red flag?
It could be because that means you don't really let loose sometimes.
No, I do.
You do?
Yeah, no, I do. But I like to still be in check. I like to just look after, you know.
Okay, because I need a girl that's going to have fun and get lit because...
Yeah, so I don't know if that's necessarily a red flag that, you know, she wants to be the mother hen. I will say that person in the group is normally super annoying, and that person typically does not have much success with being able to attract guys. So they play that role as the protector of the group. But I don't think she has any problems with that. But I respect it if he thinks that's a red flag. I like that he... I will say Fresh seems very polished right now. Normally when I watch him on Fresh and Fit, he kind of seems a little bit like a stumbling, bumbling, kind of goofy guy. But he came in right away, did some instant negs, kind of, you know, set the tone. And, you know, he slowed his speech down, seems a little polished, seems calm, cool, collected. So he's doing pretty good so far. But... we're only 2 minutes in, so let's see.
I mean, you gotta enjoy life, you know?
So people think that you need to have fun to like be completely crazy and do stuff like that. Like I have fun, you know, doing that. So. Yeah.
Okay.
So are you a serious dater?
I'll tell you this. I'm a serial dater.
Serial dater?
Yeah.
We know what that means. He sleeps around a lot. Okay, so you just like have loads of one-night stands?
No. It's more like I'll do dates, right? And like, for example, if we connect on that level, I wanna see more, I wanna do more. But some people don't have that capacity to even like take in or be more. So it's kind of like, I see where they're at, I lead them and say, cool, you know what, nice meeting you, but that's where it's gonna end.
Okay.
And what about you?
I'm a bit of a serial dater in the sense of I'm quite picky. So I can be I'm a really frustrating person to date, if I'm honest.
I can tell.
Really? Why can you tell?
I was just messing with.
I love that he said he was a serial dater and she took that as a negative. And then she turns around and says that she's a serial dater. I think it makes sense. Like, if you're out there dating and you're trying to find a good match, you don't want to waste, like, time is your most limited and precious resource. So you don't want to waste that, like, investing a lot of time with people that, you know, may not end up being a good match for you. So you want to try to get down to the root of who a person is and eliminate as soon as possible if they're not a good match. So nothing wrong with being a serial dater.
I date for like long term. Mm-hmm. So for me, I don't like this. Like I'm not a fan of like hookup culture and everything like that. So it's not me. So I find it really hard to actually date now.
So let me ask you this: if you could find the person right now that you want, right, what would they be to you? Like, their traits, you would say?
Probably someone driven. Yes, they've got to be ambitious. They've got to be very compassionate, and hold a lot of integrity. You know, I'm a big fan of like values and morals, not really about like materialistic things. What about you?
Has to be one, loyal, right? In terms of like not like a hoe, right? Number two is she's actually like adding value to my life. So for example, let's say I have a business and I need help in certain areas. She can say, you know what? My babe needs help in these areas. I'm gonna help him out. That's just adding value. And then three, most important is she's spiritual in some sense, because I feel like that's a guidance because most girls don't have that. So
Yeah, I think more women are spiritual though.
when I say spiritual, I mean actual like religion, because for example, spiritual can mean like anything, like, you know, stars, signs, whatever. I mean like actual like faith in somebody.
Have faith.
Yeah.
Okay. What's a hoe?
Here we go. So a hoe, basically, right, is a woman that knows she can settle down at any point, but chooses to either experience life on different levels of like different guys, different lifestyles, which is fine. But it's kind of like, if you do that path, like just know that like it has certain like repercussions, so to speak. So
Okay,
that's all I would
so
say.
would you call me a hoe? Because I can settle down and I won't, simply because I want to have a career.
Well, you said that you're picky, right? So that's one thing. But
So
let me
you
ask you
calling
this.
me a hoe though?
So, hold on, let me ask you this, right? Why are you picky?
I know what I bring to the table, in the sense I know what kind of woman I am. So I'm not gonna sit and tolerate crap from someone. I'm not gonna just settle for less. I know how much value I bring to someone and a relationship.
So all this time, you never met anyone that like meets those requirements at all?
No, do you know what it was? Because I've only just started the whole dating. Like I'm big on personal development.
Yeah.
So I spent a lot of time on myself. Like I went celibate. It was just focused.
You went celibate?
Yeah, and for me, it's the best thing. I think when you connect to yourself, you realign. It's good, you know.
For how long?
I was celibate for 2 years.
Where's the cap? I need a cap.
No, it's not cap.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's the cap around here? Because this will have to do. Oh, this will have to. There we go. Oh, 2
Put
years,
another
bro.
one on
There we go.
myself.
There's no way. 2 years, bro. Where's my shovel? There's no way. 2 years.
Yeah.
No toys.
No toys. Because as well, even with
Come
that,
on.
No, because even with that, like you have to learn how to, like
No
my
toys
personal
either?
life.
Stop
It used to be
it.
very chaotic.
No way.
So for me, I needed no distractions and just to be really focused, and that was find out who I am and discover that.
Your eyes say a lot.
Do they? What
Yeah.
are they saying?
They say ambitious, good mindset. At the same time, you want to be a free spirit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not a hoe. Because I feel like that's what men do. I feel like men like to label women as free spirits. Is just your excuse to say hoe.
I mean, you could say that, but I think for you, you're more picky and you want to actually have something of substance rather than something that's like superficial. So it makes sense. So I gotta know, off rip.
Yeah.
What are your first impressions of me from me sitting down, meeting you for the first time?
To be fair, I'm actually like pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Because obviously we spoke online. I feel like you're not as egotistical as I assumed. It's so easy just to see someone online and pass judgment, but you don't actually know who they are behind that screen.
Is it my Instagram?
Yes.
I get that a lot. It's like,
Yeah.
you seem like you're stuck up, feel like you're posh, but like when you meet a person, you're more like chill, relax.
Yeah, you're more chill. So do you not find though with the lifestyle that you advertise online that it's going to attract a certain kind of woman that you complain about?
Yes. So for example, right? Let's say my lifestyle is cars, you know, Rolls Royce, Lamborghinis, lifestyle. Cool, right? But that's what I love to do personally. I'm a car guy. However, it does attract girls that are more like, you could say, I guess, chasing the bag, so to speak, which is fine. But I understand what it is, so I know what I put out there. But sometimes when you have that out there as well, you can filter better because now I know, okay, cool. These type of girls like this versus girls that are not into this are not going to gravitate towards that. And I can see pretty much like how they move from that sense. So it's good and bad at the same time, but like for me personally, I can understand because I see both ends.
So what kind of woman do you actually attract right now?
Right now, I gotta say, off rip, girls that want to have a good lifestyle, have fun.
Lifestyle.
Which isn't bad because me personally right now, I haven't found a person I want to be with long term. I've seen options where like they could be, but waiting to see what happens, you know?
Because I find like American culture, it's very different to UK.
So he's basically saying girls that chase the bag, which there's nothing wrong with that. Like he said, he knows what he's attracting by what his social media profiles put out there. And that's perfectly fine. He's not looking to settle down right now. He's looking to experience different people and have a good time, enjoy life. And as long as he's not being taken advantage of, which there's been, some allegations of that in the past, him being a kind of a simp and sugar daddy. But, even then, like, if that's what he wants to do and he wants to hand his money out to people and, he gets something in return, he's not just being taken advantage of, so be it. I mean, it's his prerogative. I will say I'm pretty impressed with Fresh. He's actually doing really well. I thought he would actually do pretty bad on this interview. I don't know if she's going easy on him with the questions or his team just kind of got him prepped or I don't follow his show like religiously, so I don't know. You guys tell me, but is he like coming along and he's not as goofy as he used to be? Seems like it.
So I know that like a lot of Americans do like the whole sugar daddy, like I'm your man lifestyle. Let me pay for your hair and nails. Like, are you big on that?
In Miami, that's a huge component of like dating. So what happens is girls from all over the world, like even from Texas or other states in the U.S., they come to Miami because that capital has a reputation of being like sugar daddy central. So they go to certain spots, they go to certain websites, and they meet guys that want to take care of their lifestyle. However, here's the issue, right? When we do that dynamic right there, what happens is most guys on that level want to control you. So it's also good because they get the benefit of getting the lifestyle, but then it's like, okay, cool, now you're their slave, so to speak. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword.
No, I agree. I feel like that lifestyle comes at a cost.
It does.
And for women, I never advocate for that. Like, if that's what women like, good for you. But it will come at a price because realistically, most successful men are narcissistic. They're very manipulative and they're very, very controlling.
I wouldn't say
like that?
manipulative. I would say that they have a sense of, I worked myself up to this point. I don't want to tolerate any type of bad behavior, so to speak.
Yes, so you're like that. So you're narcissistic.
No, I'm more like relaxed. So for example, I can see
driving
somebody,
like
right,
this
to see who they really are and what they're about. And I meet them at that level. So for example, let's say, you're a free spirit, so to speak. You want to go have fun. I'm not going to say, you can't go out, go do your thing. You know what, have fun. Just know that you may not be with me long term.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you...
I think love is free. So for example, if I try to hold you back or control you, that's not love because I'm trying to retain you in a certain manner. Versus if I let you do what you want, you could choose to either be with me or not be with me. But I do have my standards as well. So.
Okay.
So far, out of 10, what would you rate me on a date so far?
Oh, so far, I'd probably give you... We'll start at 6 because then you've got potential to... Improve. Yeah, so tell me more about your podcast. I have seen some episodes, by the way. So thank you for the love for Standout TV.
Yeah, I was big up, of course. So the podcast started from me and my boy Myron. Meeting up on Instagram. We talked for like an hour on the phone. We said, we have similar goals in terms of dating and lifestyle. Let's do a podcast. Before you know it, people are like, yo, this is dope. I'm learning as a guy how to become better, make money, and deal with girls. I love it. So then we got a studio, and we brought it together and collabed, and we've created a Fresh and Fit podcast right now. So it's pretty cool.
How do you feel when people brand it as toxic?
I think it's just up to someone's perspective. So for example, I know people that see the podcast and oh, that's toxic. I don't like it at all. It's too misogynistic. Some people say, you know what? It's rough truth, but it helps me become a better person. So it's kind of like how you see the world will determine how you see the podcast. Because
I find it really interesting. And I'll never be rude about someone's work or whatever. But for me, I kind of feel like I
think that's fair. I would say there are some misogynistic undertones to it, but I'd say a lot of what they say, they are facts. They don't sound good. It's not necessarily politically correct how they say it. But sometimes it's more important to hear the message and not necessarily how the message is delivered. And I definitely think some of the people they bring on, like DJ Academics and even Sneeko sometimes, I don't really look at those guys as great representatives of the overall message that show is trying to put out there. So I think, there's some valuable lessons that can be taken from that show, but then you also have to filter it like you would any other source of information. So.
Your podcast, it does encourage and influence this whole incel culture of men that just disrespect women for no reason.
See, my thing is they're doing it without us. We're saying, you know what? Understand that this is how women are. Don't get mad at it. Understand, cool. How do you operate? How do you become better? So that they actually want to be a part of your lifestyle. So we say, don't get mad at women. Understand what they are, what they want, and cater towards what you want as well. But at the same time, if you're going to deal with these women on this level, understand where you're getting into.
Because for me, I'm a very chill person, and I know that I get personally attacked for the kind of incel culture, if that makes sense.
I've seen.
Yeah, even on your podcast, I've seen it. I've got dragged before, and it's just kind of it's there's no reason for it. simply because it's kind of like, once again, I made an assumption about you, and a lot of people make assumptions about women that are attractive and hold stuff down because automatically from my show, I'm branded as like a hoe or whatever and stuff like that. And I've seen it, and I've seen Myron's opinions of me as well. So I know I keep bringing up the podcast, but I've seen the way that I get dragged on that podcast.
Oh man. Well, think about Myron, right? He's very rooted in facts, and he's very rooted in like the truth. So for him, is like he's gonna call it how he sees it. Now you may not like how he says it because how he says it is kind of like rough and upfront, but you know, on some level, there's some truth to what he's saying.
What? That I'm a what?
Huh?
What?
I didn't say that now.
No, I'm just a no, but
Yeah.
no, there's all love with you though.
Okay.
So on your podcast, where do you get all these women?
We have a guy and girl that go out and meet girls, and they invite them to the show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So we don't do it with them like ourselves. It's mainly like our team that deals with them per se. Because we used to, but they don't get messy because they might want to date us or talk to us. So it's kind of like, you know what, to keep it more like realistic, you find the girls, we'll just meet them in person for the first time.
Okay. Do you find your recruiters then get a certain kind of woman to come on the show so you guys can purposely drag?
Here's this argument with the show, right?
I think they do.
They say we bring only girls that are like slow, stupid hoes. My thing is, right, they find girls from everywhere in the world. The problem is they're in Miami, so it just depends on where we meet them. Maybe South Beach, maybe in the club. So that determines where we meet them.
So you're only girls from the club?
That is fair. So I've been to Miami, and there's a very different vibe in Miami, the type of women that you're going to meet out there. It's going to be a lot of what you see on Fresh and Fit, but I still am positive they cherry pick to get the best show. They cherry pick the type of woman that they bring on there to get the best entertainment value out of it. So I'm sure you can get some normal women out there. I don't think what they bring on the show is truly representative of like the entirety of the Miami area.
Club or on the beach?
No, it could be anywhere. Like, for example, they send us a DM or we send them a DM. It could be in the bookstore. It doesn't matter. So we invite every girl on the show. And we've had old, young, successful, broke, poor. It doesn't matter. You want to come on the show, give your opinion, you can.
I'm coming on.
Let's do it.
I'm coming on.
I got to warn you, though. We keep it 1,000.
Yeah.
So
I'm confident, so.
you going to sit next to me?
Yeah.
I got you.
I'll hold your hands.
There you go. I like the energy. I think she's very, like, on point. Like, she's very, like, intimidating to some people. But I think she's deep down a soft person.
Softy.
Yeah, softy.
You said you're a serial dater.
Yeah.
How many women are you seeing?
Well, as you know, I'm faith-based and I'm a man of God. So it would be unreal for me to tell you that amount. But what I will say is, like, I have a very strange way of, like, picking who I want to be with long term. So that means, for example, I'll meet somebody, I need time to see who that person really is. So right now, I'm still single. I'm not dating anyone per se, but I'm seeing over time how people really are, and then make a choice if I want to go down that path or not.
So you're having sex with multiple people?
I'm saying I'm giving it time to see where it goes.
So yes.
I didn't say that. You said that.
Can you just confirm?
I'm just saying, as a man of God, I want to see where it goes. That can mean either just going on dates or going on trips, but that doesn't mean I'm necessarily, always doing that.
So do you think as a man of God it's fair to play with many women's emotions?
Well, I'm not playing. I'm being realistic.
Okay.
What it is like, for example, let's say I'm talking to you, right? And we start dating. I want to see where it goes. So I'm going to say, you know what? Cool. I'm going to put you here, and I'm going to watch you. And so when we go out, how's the vibe? How's the energy? What's your mindset? You want kids? You want a family? And I'll put you in a category. Okay, cool. You know what? She's an option. I'm going to take her a little bit more serious. That way, at least on that level, if I meet another girl, it's like, you're not really there. I'm going to keep you over here.
Okay, so then you will fuck them and then moan that these women are hoes.
Did I say
No,
that?
but this is what I'm saying though. This is the problem. Like, there's men that will put women in a certain category. And don't get me wrong, like, I completely understand and respect your point, but it's kind of like if men are going around sleeping with women just as much, but then you're going to just put women in this bracket as if, like, they're not worthy.
So let me ask you this, right? If they're giving out anyway, what's the problem? Because
The problem is you
hold on.
guys. Like, listen,
This
women
is
will
what-
do it.
this is
like,
what I
women
see.
will, but it's you guys create the problem.
But this is
by
what I
calling
see,
them
right?
hoes.
Girls are giving it out freely to anybody that wants to have it, right? We're just saying, you know what? Here's an opportunity. There you go.
Okay, so how many people have you slept with?
Yeah, over 1,000, right?
To put on a number scale, I would say, I don't know the exact number, but it's pretty high up there.
Really?
Yeah.
How high is high though?
High as the
Because
sky.
your high might be like 10, or it might be 100. So what's your high?
Sky's the limit.
So that's a lot, over 100.
Sky's the limit.
So what if I'd slept with 100?
Good for you. 100 men? That's bullocks.
How?
Whew, 100 for a woman is a lot. Couldn't do it. And there is no way Fresh CEO is over 1,000. I'd be surprised if this dude is over 100. Maybe. I mean, that's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. Like, it's possible. But, I mean, up until today, I would have never believed that he could have gotten over 100, let alone 1,000. Yeah. Maybe he's out there, like, putting it on him. He's just not that great on this podcast.
Must be bullocks, bro. No way, bro. No way.
And then how would you then perceive me?
I mean, look, I don't judge people per se on what they do outside of their like lifestyle, whatever. I'm just saying, for example, if you had 100 guys in your, I want to say, past or history, it could be considered bad for some people.
Okay, is it bad for you?
I think it's just up to your prerogative.
Or is it bad for you?
I think it's a great option for you because...
A great option for me?
Yeah.
But what if I wanted to be your wife?
My wife?
Yeah, what if I want to be your wife?
100 men. You want to be my wife?
That's a small squadron of people that have beat it up. Nah, that's enough people to carry out a military operation. Nah, not my wife.
Strongest bond?
100 men. Let me ask you this. Do you think if you had 100 men, you could really bond with me all the way?
Yeah.
Still?
Yep. May the best man win.
You don't think...
Strongest bond?
You don't think that after the 100 men, you might have some animosity towards me, like in terms of like, all men are this way, all men are that way. I don't know if I can trust you. I say all the time, there's only like 3 to 4 relationships somebody has before they actually say, you know what, I'm tired of this. I think all people are the same. That's what I think. So you have 3 or 4 in you, good relationships, and then it's like, you know what, this isn't working out. I think most people are this way.
Yeah, I don't know though, because I've had like, from my personal experience, really good relationships. It was just, I was the issue. You know, so before like you
Wait,
come and say I'm ready.
You just said you were the issue?
No, I was, because I wasn't ready for commitment.
You're being accountable? Hooray! Woo! Good job on that. I am shocked. She said she's accountable for her actions. Bro, that's one of 1,000 girls. That's insane, bro. Crazy. All
right, guys, so I'm going to stop it there. We're about halfway through this interview here. It's about, 45 minutes long. Not going to do the whole thing, but I will leave a link inside the description of this video. Up to this point, I think Fresh has done a pretty good job. He's asked very direct questions. He's had good eye contact. Wasn't a lot of stumbling and fumbling around. When she tried to like counter neg him, he did a really good job at not being like taken off guard by that or, getting rattled or anything like that. So I'm sure they had conversations prior to this interview and he had some level of comfort that you may not have in a real world situation. But he handled himself pretty well and I think he did a pretty good job. I am very surprised. All right, catch you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.